Hello everybody and welcome to my video on how we're going to set up for the WNBF polygraphs. I'm Ken Donaldson. Leslie and I run ITR Polygraph service. We've been fortunate enough to work with the INBF and now the WNBF for the last 13 years. Well, except for last year was COVID. We didn't have any competitions, and I'm so glad that we're getting back to competition season. So I just want to give you a run through of what's going to happen in the office when you come for your polygraph examination, and to sort of maybe alleviate some of your nervousness and give you a visual of what you can expect here in the polygraph suite. So first thing I'm going to do is when someone comes in, of course we're going to have a greeting. I'm going to ask them to come and sit beside me on a chair that'll be vacant right to my left. And I'm going to start by asking a person some physiological questions. So I'm going to ask them about their sleep pattern for the last few days, what they've been eating, supplements, and that Leslie will have gone through, and I will get that list from you when you attend your appointment. But we'll also talk about things like prescription medications. Now, prescription medications can affect anybody in a polygraph examination. So it may increase or decrease your metabolism in certain ways, and I have a built-in drug reference chart in my software that will let me know what's going on. So if you are taking any medications prescribed by a physician, I would need you to bring a list of your medications, your doses, and frequency of use, morning, noon, night, that sort of thing I would like to know. Also when people are taking prescription medications, some of our prescription medications are on our banned substance list, and I don't want people to get too alarmed about that. There's a very common one that many women suffer from, a problem called hypothyroidism, where their thyroid isn't producing enough hormone for their body, so they supplement with a product called Synthroid. Synthroid is on our banned substance list, but if an individual is taking Synthroid for a medical reason, hypothyroidism, for example, they would just need to bring me a note from their physician stating that they are on it for hypothyroidism or any other reason that someone may be taking a banned substance for a medical purpose. So I just wanted to clear up the air on that and just let people know that, just because you see something on a banned substance list that you take for a medical reason doesn't exclude you from our competition. We just qualify things, and some of your questions will be, other than your prescribed dosage of Synthroid or whatever your medication might be, have you taken anabolic steroids, other things that may be on that list, and I'll certainly review all the questions with you prior to putting you in the chair. So today I'm just going to run through the process. Today I will be putting two things around your body to monitor your breathing. I'll put two things on your fingers that monitors galvanic skin response or perspiration from the palm of your hand. And of course I'll put a blood pressure cuff on your arm. Now the blood pressure cuff is slightly uncomfortable. It may make your hand feel like it's falling asleep, a bit of a tingly feeling. That's about the worst thing that's going to happen to you. The test is 10 questions, 25 seconds between questions, and I'm going to run that test on you 2 separate times. So today I'm fortunate enough to have Leslie here, and she's going to be my model for example of how I put the apparatus on you. So if I could just have Leslie come sit in this chair over here at the front, and if you notice by that chair, I've got a camera up there. The camera is going to record the examinee taking the test. Once I say this test has begun, that camera is live. Once I say that test is over, that camera then shuts off. Now, just like Leslie, you're going to come and you're going to sit in my chair that's right beside the equipment. Please do not move the chair because I'll have the camera lined up so that everybody can see you during taking your exam. You'll be able to hear my voice and see the examinee answering the questions. I don't want anybody from the WNBF or anywhere else to say that I didn't ask every single participant in this competition the same questions, or that anything else that I didn't do my job or they didn't answer the questions correctly. So I'm just going to step up by Leslie, and I'm just going to show you how to put the equipment. I'm going to put the equipment on an individual, and then we'll also give you an example of how we're going to take the equipment off. So if you guys just make sure you review and pay attention to this video, it's going to make your time in my office go much quicker and really smooth, and maybe take some of your nervousness out. So to start with, I'm just going to come up behind the examinee, and I'm going to grab these two tubes. These two things are going to go around a person's body to monitor their breathing. This first one's going to go around a person's stomach. So I'm just going to ask Leslie if you just want to lean forward slightly and lift up your arms for me. And I'm just going to do this up on your side, just like that. Thank you very much. Next thing, I'm just going to come back and Leslie did exactly what I want. Just put your arms down, because sometimes people have their hands in the air and it makes it just a little hard for me to lasso them. So I'm just going to come around again, and this is going to go on top of her chest. So yes, Leslie, just lift your arms up high for me, and I'm just going to do this up underneath her armpit. So we've got that on her. Now I'm going to come in front of her, and I'm going to take these two things, and I'm going to put them on her left hand. So I'm going to put one on her index finger. So just go ahead and put your finger in there, Leslie. Thank you. I'm going to put the other one on her ring finger. But the reason for that is I just want a finger in between so these pads actually never touch. Of course, I'm going to put the blood pressure cuff now on her right arm. So just give me a sec, Leslie. I've got a ton of Velcro to get through here. I should have probably opened it up before I started my example, but yes, just lift your arm for me. And go ahead and put your arm down. So there is an example of Leslie with all the equipment on her. After that process, I'll come back here, inflate the blood pressure cuff, I'll turn on the camera, ask a set of questions one time, deflate the blood pressure cuff, make sure that her hand is feeling okay and her arm's better, and then I just re-inflate the blood pressure cuff and we run the test a second time. So to take off the equipment, once the test is over, I will tell the examinee the test is over, the camera is shut off, and I'm going to come and take the equipment off the examinee. I want to take my equipment off the examinee opposite of the way I put it onto them. Otherwise I get my stuff in big knots, and that just gets frustrating at the end of the day. So I'll just come by and I'll just, if you want to lift your arm for me, Leslie, I'm going to take this blood pressure cuff off your arm. I'm going to come around and I'm going to slip these things off her fingers, just like that. And I'm going to ask Leslie if she could to just undo these beaded chains on her left side. But she's just going to grab that mechanism and lift the chain from the outside. It just falls off. She's going to pass me this piece. The chain just follows along. And she's going to give me the other one. Thank you, Leslie. You are free to go about the rest of your day. I hope you have a good time at your competition.
Thank you for competing with the WNBF Canada.
So that's our video for today. Thank you very much for watching. And I hope you come, prove yourself a natural athlete, and have a great time at the competition. Good luck to you all.